this match specifically, at $3,000 for the third, fourth place. So if you lose here, you still get $3,000, but it's the difference between $8,000 and then eventually $12,000. So let's take a look, though. Let's jump in. Here we go. Okay. All right, Lions on the Legion side. Obviously, Stay Green on the Hellborn side. There you go with the locks again. Interesting stuff. The blind bands, I didn't have to clear it, but it looks like we were dealing with Parasite.
Actually, different set. Wild Soul Moon Queen obviously slinging for Stay Green. Obviously not doing the Wild Soul double blind band this game for Parasite Keeper of the Forest. They do have control of this Ophelia draft if they so choose.
Yeah. You see Deadwood going to be the first man coming out right there, but yeah, interesting stuff right there. I do see the Berserker, though, once again, so no Geomancer, unfortunately, in that lock pool this time, but...
I'm curious. They have control of this Ophelia. They have control of the Master of Arms pick if they want it. They also have control of this Pebbles. Are they going to want to draft the Pebbles? Are they going to ban it? Are they going to not bait, but give it to SG at the cost of getting stronger heroes themselves this game? What is their plan? Because they seem like they're on point. I feel like they have a very focused approach. How are they going to round this out? Master of Arms still is available. Torture is still available. We mentioned the Pebbles. What else we got here?
Well, it's interesting with those bands, the Demented Shaman and the Zephyr band by Stay Green. I mean, that kind of goes against what they're all about, the very bursty, jump in, burst, and then fall back and kind of rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
We kind of saw that last game. It worked out very well for Lions because they were more of a defensive-minded lineup.
There's the Soul Reaper band. See, I was like, Zephyr, okay, but you're leaving Soul Reaper. There's a Soul Reaper band. So, yeah, Ophelia plus Master is still available. The picking phase is here. A lot of teams have tried to just be like, hey, Stay Green, we're going to take the Ophelia Master combo from you, and Stay Green's like, okay, I don't care. I'm going to grab Pebbles plus Rally or something here out of the pool. If not a Rally, Magnus for that suicide. And we're just going to body you anyway.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see how this plays out. Aluna, what is your status?
Okay, they are going to go Master of Arms. Luna's there on the board.
Yeah. And
but you got to think at least Pebbles here.
Yeah, and with Pebbles, we like to talk about the Aluna pick, especially if they're going for the kind of it's like posturing to find that right window, and then when you see it bursting and with that Pebbles, with the Aluna, trying to get the kill in and out. And a hero like Rally or Mag to try to help them, cover them as they leave, or do the secondary initiate. Are they going to go for it?
You see Swinamon's going to think about it a little bit right here, but yeah, especially with a team like Stay Green, the chances of them passing up on that Pebbles.
Nymphora is available, and they know that too.
Yeah.
Pebbles not likely, but Nymphora is available. What will be done?
What will Swinamon's decide? Well, again, going to put some thought into it here. Obviously, you're not usually used to being down 1-0 here as of late. Although just yesterday, again, against the Esports Club, they were down 1-0, but it was a little bit different circumstance there, sure. But they did ultimately come back, win the next 2 games very, very dominant-like. So, again, that's where you see Lions, and it's like, yeah, they're up 1-0, but that did just happen. Why can't it happen again? So.
Yeah,
got to be careful with that. Not let your emotions get the best of you, because it ultimately is, as cliche as it sounds.
Okay, who would have guessed that was going to be a Luna Pebbles after 40 seconds of...
Yeah, he's doing that a lot. He'll do that game 1-2 with the whole Geomancer and the Luna.
You know what? The lock pick is going to be a lot more decisive, so using that time, making sure those are the picks you really want is actually a smart thing. Because honestly, when it comes down to the last pick, they have a pretty good idea. I'm sure they talked about it already. The lock picks, that time is there to be used. So I was jokingly poking fun at it, but it honestly was very wise, and I'm sure they were discussing a lot of which direction they wanted to take their lineup. I'm still looking at a Rally favor out of this lock pool here, and if Rally isn't available, they will go Magnus. If I'm wrong, I'll give away my firstborn child. To you.
You like to do just a lot of these just completely off-the-wall bets.
I need a bet to keep things
feed that
interesting
addiction,
to me,
man.
So.
Firstborn child, huh? That's extreme stuff. All right, Lion Esports Club, you see them right-clicking that Monkey King. Again, they did play the last game, although it wasn't the impact by any means of the biggest reason why they won, but still as a solid hero, and they are going to go that combo again. They feel comfortable with it. So Monkey King, Nymphora. Going to be the 2 follow-up picks here for Lion Esports Club.
Yeah, Monkey King finally, I mean, he's been appearing here and there, but making a lot more of a splash recently, as we've seen a lot of teams trademark picked him up more and more over the time, as time has passed. And
Cookies,
obviously. And other teams as well, so. Now, how will Stay Green respond? Look at Hag's not available, obviously Bull's not available. They have their support. They have their, I mean, they
Torture?
Torture is an option for their carry, so to speak here. I don't think we'll see conventional carry coming out of them. We haven't seen that in a while. Torture has been their go-to in circumstances like this. Give me the Thunderbringer. Not against the Ophelia.
Give me the random hero that we're never going to see.
Don't. Mark his words. You can mark this. What is the timestamp right now? Whatever it is, you guys in the chat can mark it.
2:12 on a Wednesday.
2:12 on Wednesday. And whatever Casta says, just wait. Maybe give it a cycle of Hantor or whatever it is. If Thunderbringer doesn't get used, I will be shocked.
So we're going to see it at the grand finals, is what you're saying?
No. Next cycle.
Next cycle. There's only one more cycle.
Next season. Okay. I'm just...
All right, this is starting to pick up now, though. Again, as expected, really, the Torture, the final pick, and then the Rally Tempest to finish things off. Obviously, Ophelia was the first pick by Lion Esports Club. Out of that lock pool, and now just going to put some thought here into this last one. Yeah. Unless they want to do an aggressive pseudo trial in here, which could be possible for Lion Esports Club, I don't think we're going to see Berserker as much as I would want to again. But it's probably going to be Bubbles, if not maybe the Magnus.
Well, they went with Bubbles in the previous game in this circumstance. I would like to see the Berserker, obviously, but it doesn't seem like a Berserker kind of game.
I mean, but at the same time, he seems like a hero that could really benefit from heals, and Ophelia and Amphora bring that. Obviously, you got the Master's Call presence as well, so... the lineup actually kind of speaks for a Berserker.
Okay.
I'm stretching, I know.
Okay,
I was hoping.
Okay, I know. You're just trying to put it out there. The thing is, he obviously does take more damage, and with that immense amount of burst coming out, too, it's like, I don't know if I want to enter that territory.
In the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, interesting. I will say, Hellborn, to me, stay green. Hellborn's lineup. In this game, previous game, I really liked what Lion was going on with. I think Stay Green has a very, 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 very comfortable lineup for their team. It's that high burst plus rally. If rally's unavailable, they'll go for Magnus, and I would like to see that. I would have liked to have seen that denied through the bans this game. Honestly, I see them do this a lot, especially even when they're second pick. It's
Yeah, it's a very comfortable and a very powerful lineup for Stay Green, no doubt. Definitely a step up from last game, even, you could say. So, Lion Esports Club, once again, has their work cut out for them, but, hey, they're the ones on the momentum right now. They're up 1-0. So, definitely can use that as well. Top lane, you just see the Flying Courier will eventually spot out what it looks like to be a 5-man setup here from Stay Green. So, Bubble's not going to be able to get on the ward side just yet, but he will ultimately stay alive, which is definitely a pretty big deal, of course. So, early on, not going to really have any action, it looks like. As far as the lane setups, it seems like it's going to be pretty conventional here for the most part. You got Master of Arms short bottom, Ophelia in the jungle, Monkey Kingdom for a mid with your Bubbles Suicide up here. Stay Green, though, they might switch it up a little bit, it looks like. What are they going to do? They're going to have Pebbles start. Pebbles and Luna are going to start top for now, it looks like. So they want to get this farm here on Pebbles.
Yep. Well,
Torture
place to put him is against feeble Suicide Bubbles here, so...
I mean, Torture is going to be very susceptible, though, isn't he? This Monkey Kingdom Flora.
Torture?
Yeah, well, he's in the middle.
No, he will, but...
It's a risk.
I mean, he can just sort of sit back, use his spam, do what he can.
True.
Yeah, he is susceptible, but once again, Torture can catch up. He has tons of farming spells, whatever. Pebbles needs to go play Whack-A-Mole like 9-10 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just he does taper off.
Yeah. I mean, you see off the bat here, though, Nimfor, missing the Zeal stun. Slick's doing some sidestep. If he wasn't in Miami, he might not have been able to do that, man. The MS, obviously.
Not just any place in Miami. He needs to be at the powerhouse.
Yeah,
Miami.
Of course. The powerhouse that is Miami. At that gaming house of theirs. No, but able to sidestep there, so avoids a good amount of damage. And actually going to put some decent damage on Monkey King. Yeah, he's playing this very well, actually, for this 1v2 here. At least to start. But again, as the levels start picking up, you no doubt got to expect he's going to need to play pretty defensive-minded here in this middle lane. But again, what this is doing here for Stay Green, it is opening up absolute free farm for Pebbles. At least that is the idea, and I'm sure it will be for Swinamelons, yet again playing the Pebbles role.
Yeah, Slicks did pick up a few creep kills, so he's already doing fine. He's already got some levels here. He's playing it, as you said, very, very well.
Again, if this was an Luna supporting this Monkey King, it might not be as good. But then for the Zealstein, especially at that level 1, even if it does hit, it's not as that impactful, and it's also fairly easier to avoid than others. So
it's pretty, yeah.
It's difficult,
yeah.
sure. It's still difficult, definitely, but it's not like you're well, obviously something like a Comet Stun or a Luna's Sake and Emerald Lightning, but. Top lane, Bubbles wasn't able to get the ward aside of it. In fact, he actually placed it in the jungle here. He didn't even worry about doing the block here on the camp, figuring it wasn't going to be worth the investment, so just want to get vision for himself, really. What do you make of that? Choosing not to actually block the camp here.
Well, I mean, he couldn't get up there. They were boxing him out early. I actually saw when he placed it. It was still fairly early on. He poked forward, saw that they were sort of waiting up there with that Pebbles of Luna combination. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to get this down so I don't get ganked. I'm going to play it safe because he felt like he was boxed out.
Haystream going to be picked up by Seal Kid here, playing this Nymphora. He's going to scout out a little bit with it looks like, and maybe try to make something happen. I mean, it's a level 1 Bubbles up here. I don't see them really doing too much with this. He is going to still come up here nonetheless, and at least, again, kind of scout it out a little bit, maybe take one of these elementals here. So he gets a little bit of free farm, but he'll head back to the middle lane pretty quickly here. So not the biggest steal in the world right there. Middle lane, Torture is going to get comboed by Monkey King using that Heavenly Vault, as well as the elusive dash, but health potion going to be used on Torture, and there's the bottle being delivered, actually. So, again, Slicks is actually starting off pretty well here, despite this being a 1 versus 2 for him.
Yeah, the wave getting pushed up a lot, too, and he's able to pick up extra creep kills using his Agonizing Bond if they're being challenged. Not only that, it's going to lay some harass while he does it.
Now, this does leave the bottom matchup. Raleigh versus a Master of Arms. Flensmeister here, of course, playing the Soul Reaper last game. Playing the Master of Arms this time around, definitely the carry player for Lion Esports Club here. He's going to be gone on but the Compel, but...
Look at that.
No follow-up, really. What's up?
13 creep kills. He just got like 3 or 4 of that wave, too, using the bonds, combined with his auto attacks. It's doing a fantastic job. Damn impressive this game.
Yeah, again, it is Slicks.
It is. It is a Slicks factor, but... just having a very hot game on top of it.
Yeah, that's needed, really. I mean, because that was going to be the lane that was, if anything, that Stay Green was really just asking him to stay alive is really the case. But the fact that he's able to get as many creep kills as he is definitely impressive, as you're saying. We do see it kind of going in right there again, but Torturer is going to be more than fine in the end, as Monkey King not able to get all the way. But this middle lane, though, 18-5 Master of Arms against a 14-1 Rally. It also does seem like, though, the lane is constantly being pushed up, so Rally, of course, being played by Keizu here, is able to get pretty good creep kills as a result of that. Some good experience.
Top or bottom? It is top, so
RNG in their
Torture.
favor.
Are they going to be able to get there in time to challenge it? Bubbles is waiting. Nope.
You do see Monkey King running over, but not going to get there nearly in time.
Well, it's favoring 6 again there.
Able to make it there first. A good rune control. Stay Green, especially known for that. Look at this, though. Monkey King going balls to the wall here. Going to use the Heavenly Vault over the ledge. The Zeal Stun is going to connect on both sides. Tempest running in, though. The Shell Surf connects, but it's just not nearly enough damage. And now Krebs in here on Bubbles in a lot of trouble. Tempest not level 6 just yet, but Krebson's going to get returned on and a Bloodlust kill in favor of Stay Green. So Lion really tried to get committed there. Did not pay off in the end.
Yep.
Good timing from Chessie.
Very good timing, very good timing. Just seemed like they really just didn't have enough damage. Unfortunately, he did have the bottle. He was sipping in between. He did just fine. Definitely overcommitted there from Lions, but already looks like a shaky early game, just only amplified now. Pebbles not having the greatest of farm just yet, just 250 gold per minute, but still doing just fine. And I know he roamed around, tried to maybe help with that fight there, so he's going to pick up here.
I don't think that actually surprises me a little bit. I mean, usually in this case, we do see Sunamo really doing well with this creep farm. But yeah, I mean, it's not. It's good, obviously, but it's not definitely not taking off at least. So.
It should though. I mean,
as it progresses, yeah. We're only 5.5 minutes in still, so it is still very early on. Obviously, bottom lane, Torturer's running in. Master of Arms, you need to be very careful. And you look at him falling back. He felt something was up, so he falls back. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Luna's going to be gone up by Monkey King, but not able to push her back with the Heavenly Vault. So Luna will be fine. Super KGE trying to get that combo off again, but unsuccessful there.
See, I liked what Slicks did there, because being that solo mid-tor, they would have expected him to return to the lane, trying to gank bottom. It didn't play out there. That's an example of not having telegraphed ganks.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, that's the obvious spot where they're going to gank. They're going to be ready for you, or they're going to dodge it. There, he did something a little bit more unconventional.
Oh, the Heavenly Vault over the ledge. Sorry, but Tempest was running in with a level 6 haste rune. He was ready to ultimate, but Monkey
Yeah.
King able to make the getaway. That was a very good placement on his part. Going for the top rune right there. But yeah, so as you're saying, I mean, Torture now returning to the middle lane and gonna get some free farm here even.
Yep.
Because of that, so.
Yep.
Opening up
Rally,
quite a bit.
Rally level 6. Master of Arms not capable of being bursted down just yet. He does have Ring of the Teacher. He does have a heal on his team, which was just used. Back to full health. And yeah, he's just sort of playing it safe right now. They need a second target in order to drop him.
Ophelia is pulling up quite a bit of gold here, 1,400 plus gold to start things off. Just sitting on the Ring of the Teacher, of course, what she had. And right as I say that, there's a Pickled Brain, there's the Amulet of the Exile, so Ring of Sorcery is going to be delivered here to Ophelia. So good start for her, it looks like. When it comes to her farm, overall though, Master of Arms is the best farm in the game, 315 gold per minute, you mentioned. So good for him. Monkey King, okay, that's just a creep wave. Saw him doing his combo, but just farming the creep wave. Top lane is going to be pushed here by State Green. You got Tempest and Pebbles doing quite a bit of push. Bubbles is nearby, but knows this would be very, very risky, so he wants to, but look at the positioning here. Chessie's going way beyond, and yeah, not even going to give him a chance to deny, so.
Yeah, and they're trying to split push on the bottom side, but here we see Luna and Torture began to rotate. Tons of anti-push between them. Luna is continuing to rotate down there. Is she going to be able to hold it off? I mean, do they have teleports? I'm looking. They have a teleport on Tempest, actually. So they do have something here.
Yeah. Be careful if you're Lion Esports Club. And it doesn't look like they're going to really commit to it. Obviously, Luna with that power throw, definitely good for the creep clearing. And will help hold them off for now. So the bottom counter push not really able to be done here. And actually, Ophelia just back into the jungle instead. She'll just continue to farm for the meantime. So 8 minutes into the game, again, still very early on. Double damage room bottom, though. And State Green will pick that up. I believe State Green has gotten every single... Well, the first room was actually, I think, picked up by Nymphora. But since then, it's been...
What was the first room?
State Green. I think it was a haste. Yeah, it was a haste. She was scouting top with it a little bit, I remember.
I see.
I came back mid, but... Yeah, rune control definitely in favor of State Green, at least so far. Again, this double damage on Torch. We'll see if she can make some use of it here. Monkey King still level 5, going in right there with the elusive dash, but really just using it for creep farm again, so.
Yep.
Trying to step up there. When it comes to his goal per minute, which is about 285 goal per minute. But again, Slick's been at nearly 270 GPM. Very impressive for the 1v2 circumstance. Luna has kind of been babysitting now, though, quite a bit.
She has.
Since then, but ooh, look at this middle push now. Forming up here.
Yeah, well, this could be a game breaker.
Oh, Monkey King jumping in. The Impelment's activated, though. That'll get Monkey King to fall back. Ophelia's touch already used right there.
Yeah, just
enough of the creeps and whatnot.
off. Are they gonna reset here and just go back to farming? They still have Master of Arms ticking away on bot. Rally's still sitting on the Seismic Slam as well. No attempts to gank him just yet.
You got a double Catman champion, a Minotaur, and here we go. So this will be the push. Will it be denied? It's a question. How much investment is State Green going to put into this? It's going to be close, and vulnerability coming out right there. Here comes a TP, so it's going to be very, very close. The minion's still sticking in. Oh, the nice step at the last second, though, and down. It goes to tower in favor with the deny. Defensive Master call and Ophelia in the meantime. Can they keep him alive? No, they cannot. Handskill will get bursted down. The Catman champion and the Minotaur fall. So a good cleanup by State Green right there, not only denying the tower, but even getting Ophelia and her minions killed as a result.
I don't know if that was worth it.
Don't think so.
Don't think that was worth it.
Yeah, that was a little bit better for State Green, and overall, you're now looking at a 3,000 gold lead, actually, coming in their favor. And actually, oh, wow, bottom tower was also denied. I just realized that.
Yeah.
KZ also denying the bottom tower.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to lay that split push going on, so that was fine, but... Yeah, kind of rough. I feel like even if they got the kill, it would have been worth it. They just invested a lot there. They luckily they had the Glyph of Fortification out, which allowed them to just, you know, the creeps got pretty low. They put up a nice stand, and hey.
Monkey King going to be locked down here in the middle lane. The Luna red stun on top of Torturous chain reactions. Just really gave no movement time for Monkey King right there. And he eventually gets bursted down. So, I mean, this is a State Green team that we're used to seeing. We've kind of talked about it after the Game 1 victory for Lions. How State Green seems like they're pretty good at responding if they happen to be down a game. And we're definitely seeing that right here. It's already a 3,500 goal lead, 5,300 experience lead for State Green. And I don't know about it slowing down because on top of everything, you got this Pebbles now who is getting very close to that portal key, being the top farm in the game. Master of Arms is still having a solid time down here. Flensmeister, he hasn't been involved in, well, I guess they don't have any hero kills yet, so kind of hard to be involved in one when you don't have one, but
Yeah.
he's farming 335 gold per minute. He's got his good build-up items himself, at least. So,
No sign of going Energizer just yet this game. He's not. He's going straight for the Mighty Blade, going to go straight into that shrunken head.
yeah. Going to go the defensive route here in that sense, more for the team fight purpose, but, you know, that won't necessarily help your farming potential all that much compared to other items, so.
Granted, he does still have his skill set to help him farm, so not the end of the world. Actually, we didn't really make note of his skill build. He got 1 point of stun and maxed out his goo, and then got his damage passive.
Huh. Interesting.
I've seen it before. It's pretty effective in the lane.
Yeah,
Definitely helps you last hit a lot.
For the farming aspect, yeah.
And it does give you that extra attack range as well.
Middle lane, Luna might be in some trouble here. It seems like it is setting up so well for Lions, but they've bought a lot of time. You see the red stun right there trying to bounce it off the creep. Not successful. They had a little bit of time there. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't actually take advantage of that and try to jump Luna, but again, they can't see exactly what we see, so stay green was able to collapse and eventually get them to fall back. Portal key just purchased on Pebbles. It is going to be delivered to him with the courier, so we have about a 12.5-minute portal key here being picked up by Stay Green. So again, specifically for that Pebbles, and start expecting him to move around a lot more now as a result of that, of course. So you got Ophelia just for doing her thing in the jungle again, just farming away here. She's continuing to farm okay. Handskin playing the Ophelia, about 330 gold per minute. Monkey King just plenty of build up himself. Other than that, nothing really too impactful. Astrolabe finished on Tempest.
I was going to say the next major pickup I'm going to be looking at is Astrolabe here for Ophelia in combination with the Master of Arms, in combination with her heal. That's what they sort of need to turn these fights around.
That's true.
It still has a while to go, though. Yeah.
That's that, as we've seen many times before. I mean, that's why you pick up that combo, the Master of Arms Ophelia. Amongst the other reasons, obviously, but it helps. The Ophelia's touch, the Master's Call, the Astrolabe heal, all great synergy together, so definitely will be a key item for them. But neither team really looking to get too aggressive just yet. Even with that portal key purchase on Pebbles, he's still just going to continue to farm the top lane, at least for now. Doesn't want to force anything, of course. Now, you do have an M4 over here on the Legion team. Again, kind of looking back at that, but again, just like it kind of was last game. You don't have that. You got a portal key on Pebbles. Now we're going to port around the map with them. Monkey King would probably just rather farm for now, unless they find a clearly obvious spot, but not really looking to force it again themselves. So,
yeah.
Bottom rune, it is a haste rune. So either team can eventually get down there to pick it up. Torture going for the combo there, but Monkey King a little bit too quick to react. Gonna be fine. Nope, he's not going in.
Yeah, Pebbles has a homecoming stone now. He's just no windows, as you said before, to make a gank happen. They are kind of grouped up around the middle lane here, but yeah, Stay Green sort of just playing it safe, poking here and there, but not committing, and yeah, content with taking this later. I mean, they have the resource advantage right now. Their team fight is incredibly powerful. Tempest is beginning to tank up really powerfully as well, so he's just going to be a... Yeah, there's really just not that much burst at all here for the Legion side. To bring down Tempest is going to be a huge obstacle, especially with Rally on his team, Pebbles for the initiate, the Luna follow-up stun. I honestly I can't really see them bursting him down at all, and I honestly think that's a huge weakness here in the lineup. Even if they jump in, I feel like they're just... Yeah, all Stay Green has to do is tank up a little bit. So as we saw last game, they'll jump in and then their initiation will be useless. They're just going to be setting it up. It'll be giving essentially Stay Green the initiation. Yeah. Because they don't have the burst to accomplish anything with it in my book. Yeah.
Well, we could see that timing coming up right here. Both teams pretty occupied here in the middle lane. Again, Pebbles with that portal key. There we go. He finally goes it on in M4. And M4 the quick one and done right there. He levels up to 11. He gets the ultimate, even level 2. And then he falls back. Welcome to Stay Green.
Yeah, seals the deal onto Steel Kid right there, man. That is...
Getting the job done.
Yeah, well, outside of some absurdly late game Monkey King right now, carrying things up, I don't see a way to break this fortress as she is constructed. It is far too strong at this point. There's not nearly enough front load damage coming out. Your Amphora is not able to... when we looked back at the Aluna pick, I was like, are they really going to get a Luna with the Pebbles and the Rally? Because it was like, that just allows them to accomplish their objective that much easier.
Yeah.
I felt like if maybe they had different support instead, maybe not the import, maybe not the Luna, then okay, sure, it'll be a little bit easier for Lion to maybe make their plays in this game. With that Luna on top of everything, it just, you can almost look at it as a counter to the Master of Arms heal in a sense. It's not entirely, but it definitely mitigates the effects of it. Also, you can go vice versa, but either way, there is a way to respond to that. So the effects of the healing, not as powerful against the initial Pebbles jump as you might like, and Monkey King takes a while to do his damage, and he's going against heroes that can give him lockdown if he jumps in too far. Ophelia not going to give you any front load. Bubbles is level 6, so he's not contributing much damage. And then you look at a Master of Arms who, yeah, he's got good spells, but once again, to get in a position to use them, he's going to have to compromise himself a lot and jump into this meaty team fight. So, I mean, if you've got an answer, let me know, because right now it just seems like it, I mean, Bubbles, on paper, it just doesn't work.
Bubbles level 6, yeah, that's really standing out to me now. You pointed that out. Krebson's been just struggling, unfortunately, for the levels. You see the Hellborn team right now, look at Stay Green. They're kind of roaming around. They are right on top of a Ward of Sight, so not really being too sneaky right here. They do have a Ward of Sight in the Ancients, though, so if... wait, is this counter Ward not in range of that Ward of Sight? Really? I feel like it should be. Back to the middle lane, though. They're going to chuck at Master of Arms right there. He gets put in a horrible spot, and he will eventually fall. Even the Ophelia's heal was used.
It's a massacre.
But he just got completely out of position, and the team just could not back him up. So, again, the picks are very successful right here. Pebbles going in for the chuck. It is not able to execute it, but they do get the tower kill in the end. And it is already starting to snowball here for State Green, that much more. You got an 8,300 gold lead now, 9,400 experience lead. And Gnome's Wisdom just finished actually on Torture right there. Again, Slick's doing his go too. Okay, so they do kind of wear the Ward of Sight. And now they're just going to steal the triple stack Ancients in the meantime.
I actually like the fact that Rally used Seismic Slam there too, just cleanly, quickly, kill off the Ancients and move on. They're not going to fight until it's back up, so get done with it. Don't sit there forever and go back to farming the map. It's honestly making intelligent use of the resources.
Yeah,
you don't always... Sorry.
Well, we see that every now and then with like a Magnus or even a Glacius. I mean, you see them use those big ultimates.
Well, the problem is when you're doing it when the enemy team is shaping up to push, when you're doing it before you want to go do this. They did this after they just killed a hero. They did this after they just pushed a tower. They did it when they were going back to reset and safely farm the woods for a period of time. You see people all the time be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go farm the Ancients. They use it, and then you look and the enemy team's pushing and just kills your team in a team fight. It's like, no, you're actually just being a clown. You just hurt our team by doing that. This is a case of they just wanted to get in and out. They were taking the enemy Ancients, not their own, and they just got done doing something useful and pushing the enemy onto their heels.
Yeah. Oh, top lane Monkey King's able to react right there. Very good timing by Monkey King. Super KGE happened to be elusive dashing right there. I don't know if that was just perfect timing with coincidence or if that was simply a reaction from Super KGE, but either way, he gets away and survives right there. So.
I thought I read in his bio that he was doing roids to improve his in-game performance.
Of course.
And there's actually no rules in place right now by the Esports Commission to control that. As far as I know, Hunter allows it, so he's just going unchecked.
Oh, boy. Yeah, no, that was very good surviving right there, coming out from Super KG on the Monkey King, but just going to continue to farm a little bit more. I mean, the Shrunken Head is getting closer for Master of Arms, but it still just ultimately goes back to the point, if you can't use the Shrunken Head, you know, how ultimately good is it? And the fact that the chance of him getting it off with all this upfront burst damage on the Hellborn team and their execution.
It's more into that, more so it's like, even if he does get it off, they go for a different target, he gets it off, he's just not going to have anything to kill anybody.
Yeah.
It won't matter. Not to say it was a bad choice if his team was even right now in footing. Well, actually, even if his team was even, I'd give the team fight in favor of Hellborn just because of the fact that I feel like they just don't have the tools to accomplish anything. Their lineup seems watered down. Like, yeah, they have this Monkey King in here and they have this heal, but it's not like enough heal to counter what SG has to offer. And then it's not enough burst to kill anything before the AoE stuns and the counter comes in. So I feel like they can't do what they sort of need to do here. And yeah, just it's more of a case of that, I would say.
Look at the hero kill deaths over here for Lion Esports Club. Everyone has died once.
There?
And the 5 hero kills total.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually pretty interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. 5 hero kills total for Stay Green, and that they've killed every hero once.
Gank onto the bottom tower. Slicks gets the final hit there, propelling himself up to almost 400 gold per minute.
They're setting up here in the middle lane. You see them pushing the secondary. They're pointing to the base tower, though, trying to catch them off guard. But Lion Esports Club realizing, I think he even saw a couple of those ports, and is going to fall back before anything dangerous happens for them. So don't want to give them more kills, especially right as they're about to pick up, again, pretty impactful items nonetheless. You do got the Astrolabe finish on Ophelia. That Shrunken Head is just around the corner now for Master of Arms at least. Bubbles, unfortunately, just really hasn't been able to get much going, so Krupson is struggling there again, but doing his darnest. And obviously then you got the Shrunken Head works on Monkey King, but also his farm hasn't been the most impressive either. Rally, the Bound Eye now picked up on top of his helmet, the Black Legion and Mystic Vestment. Soul's Bulwark here on Pebbles. Items definitely coming together pretty nicely now. In favor of Stay Green, the Tablet of Command finished on Tempest, on top of his Plated Greaves and Astrolabe. And here we go, secondary tower push. That's going to be an easy kill. The top tower is going to be pushed by Lion Esports Club at least, so at least they get a little bit of a response right there. But now their base is going to start being broken into, and that's where you need to get back, of course. So this is the timing for Stay Green right here. Pebbles, he really wants to jump in, but waiting for that target in the meantime. See Lions kind of setting up, however.
Yeah,
they are still kind of pushing up here.
Kind of out there. They know they don't want to take a head-on engagement right here for the reasons aforementioned.
Okay. Fall back now. So yeah, they at least put the pressure up here at the top lane. You see the Ophelia minion's going to lock down Pebbles a little bit. And in the end, they will be able to fall back with minimal damage done. Oh, Shrunken Head on Master of Arms at least, and it is coming up now in Monkey King. So we'll
that is a potential window of opportunity. That Shrunken Head and Monkey King. The counterstones only have Tempest, well, and the tablet to mitigate his. Yeah, so I don't know. We got the Shrunken Head and Torturer, however, also almost completed. Sitting on another ancient stack away. Which speak of the devil, look what just happened.
Good old triple stack.
And look who's there.
Torturer.
Yeah. So he's going hard.
He wants that Shrunken Head, damn it. And he will more than likely have it after this. Top lane is continuing to be pressured here. You got Ophelia, Bubbles, Monkey King, and the minions are here. And Nymphora's porting in with Master of Arms. So look at this, Lion Esports Club. They actually want to start making something happen now. Will Stay Green respond right here? The tower's falling quickly. Is it going to be denied? And vulnerability going to be used right there. It is numbers advantage right now in favor of Lions, but they're not going to go for it. They don't want to go for the risk. It's so cool. Oh, they do get it. The minions are enough work right there, and Hanskin gets credit for it. So that's the good news for Lions. At least able to get that tower. Monkey King is less than 100 gold from the Shrunken Head. He's going to go in right here, though, on a Tempest, catching him off guard, and then for Zeal Stun, not going to hit, though. And they are going to fall back. That was a chance. I mean, the whole team for Stigern wasn't there, but not able to follow through with it. Yeah,
the free tablet coming out from Rally there, just obviously doing work, preventing any follow-up damage from really taking place.
So, you do got that Shrunken Head, though, on Monkey King now, so this time has allowed at least for that for Lion Esports Club. But the bigger picture for Stay Green, Shrunken Head also finished on Torch, as we were talking about. You got gold being pulled up at both Rally and Pebbles now, as far as what they're getting. And then Tempest actually just finishing a Shaman's Headdress, so a barrier idol going to be in the works for him. Master of Arms, damage is definitely next in line, I'm sure, for him. He has another 1,500 gold saved up. Maybe something like that Showbreaker as well this game.
Yeah,
could be possible.
Mayhaps. We'll see what he chooses to do in the end. Segreen's is being very, very, very patient. At some point, they'll be able to take Kongor. Not quite yet. They just content to keep making optimal use of these resources available. Pebbles getting sort of close to that demonic.
Yeah, 2,100 now, so getting one step closer. Even if probably not going to get the warp left here. I mean, we'll just save up straight for the demonic. Well, that tablet on Rally.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah.
Obviously not the bulwark, given the fact that it's on the Pebbles already, and then just, yeah, I like the tablet. I like the portal key. Any sort of utility item in that slot, I feel it works very well for him. And having the double tablet, never a bad thing, especially considering if Magnus were being played in this game instead of the Rally, they'd be using a tablet on Magnus probably a lot of the time. So the effects of it just amplified when it's on a hero like that.
Kongor is going to fall right here for Stay Green. Nothing that Lion Esports Club is going to do about it, even if they knew. Doesn't look like there is any vision though. So definitely a free Kongor kill. Probably going to go to Pebbles, I would think. No, actually Torture. Torture's going to do
Torture should be the guy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Pebbles is okay, because if he actually jumps in, gets the kill, they're not going to be able to counter him. But yeah, they have enough things. They have the 2 tablets. They have the rally. They don't actually need to put it on him. And if they use all the spells to kill a tanky hero like Pebbles, yeah. When it's on a hero like Torture, they're able to very, very, very aggressively push with him. Use that impalement to take out the towers, have him in the front line, and that's what allows you to break base.
Yeah. Yeah, right here, Lion Esports Club now. At least Master of Arms and Ophelia, they are being joined by Nymphora as well. Somewhat pushing this top lane. Bubbles finally able to get that portal key here. So at least Krepson recovering and farm a little bit there. He's also close to level 11, it looks like, which is a very good level as always to hit. Flensmeister on Master. I mean, he has another 2,400 gold saved up himself. So still trying to decide, or still we'll have to wait and see what damage item, what item in general he really goes for next year. It's got to be coming up soon, though, because it looks like Stay Green is going to be more and more comfortable. And that inevitable push into the base is going to start happening here soon, especially with that token alive now on Torturer. So if you're Lion Esports Club, definitely keeping that in mind. They are going to try to counter push here in the secondary middle tower. May be able to get this, but they will need to get back to base immediately. Because here we go, knocking on the door is Stay Green. Is Lions actually, okay, they might actually try to make this into a little bit of a base race here. They do have an Ophelia. They got some pretty good heal support and whatnot with that Nymphora.
Yeah, they're doing it just because they have to right now. They have no other option. They can't fight him head on, and Ophelia can't really mobilize the other side of the map anyway.
Torture doesn't have a TP. He's going all the way to the well. Monkey King is right here. Get the Torture. They're going to make him use a token of life right here. Slicks is going to end up falling, so they take out the middle tower. They kill Slicks once. Are they going to kill him again is the big question. Sharknet going off, Nymphora from behind though. The Sharknet is still up, doing plenty of damage in return. Nymphora dropping them. Philly's heal coming out though, and Slicks will end up falling. They do get the melee racks though. So damage is definitely still done by Stay Green, but that was kind of an awkward moment there for Slicks, not making the best use of the token.
Yeah, they did force him back though. Not making the best use, but yeah, it did buy them time to take out the racks. Almost got the range racks in the end from it, but oh well, not the biggest deal. They got what they came for. Still, a little bit momentum placed back into to Lion's hands. You see the golden experience gap closed a little bit, sort of mitigated the effects of the big gorilla dropping. So
a little bit of wiggle room for Lions, if anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
The tower at least being dead in the middle lane, sure the Rack's going to get killed, but that does expose that here. So Stay Green will have to be a little bit concerned. And ultimately, the late game potential, you got to like Lion Esports Club with that Monkey King and Master of Arms. And it's not like they're struggling. I mean, both are doing pretty damn well. Master of Arms now up to 375 GPM. And Monkey King now at about 350. In fact, we are starting to see the result of that farm even more and more. Level 2 shield breaker here on MOA.
Yep.
And Monkey King has another 2,900 gold saved up. So there's definitely some good momentum being built up here for Lion Esports Club. And sure, Stay Green has the advantage still, but both the experience, especially the experience, actually has dropped quite a bit, actually, now I'm looking at it. It's only up to 4,700 gold experience lead now.
Yep.
And even the gold dropping a little bit at 7,500 now.
Good point, good point.
So all across the board. Looking better for Lions, but it still stands where Stay Green is in the advantage.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I want to see how Monkey King sort of evolved as the game went on last game. And just
what, his item build? Or?
Yeah, what did he actually wind up going for? Shrunken?
He went the Shrunken. What did he go for? Totally blanking.
Investigate. I'm on it.
I don't even know if he went anything ultimately after that. I think the game
he got eventually he got a Blessed Orb.
Did he? Oh, yeah. You're right. I do remember that. Okay.
Yeah, eventually he got a Blessed Orb.
No, I don't think he ended up finishing that though. Whether that was going to be a sheep stick or even a null stone, but
null stone's very common for him as a farming tool and a little bit of a
or
counter to Shay, and then Frostwolf Skull. We've seen Cookies pick up too just to tank up, and
Hastrun just bottled up a rally right here.
Nullstone's pretty standard though.
Yeah. He does have 3,100 gold saved with this game, so plenty of gold here. Level 3 Showbreaker could be finished now on Master of Arms. Might actually finish here after he kills this Vagabond leader off. Need to be careful though, because look at Pebbles. Pebbles on the hunt here, trying to find somebody. He actually finished his Shrunken Head. So that on top of course, the Soul's Bulwark and the Portal Key. He's got his strong build going. No more Token of Life to deal with, though. That's definitely a big deal.
Well, we mentioned one thing that Lions might have is if it goes super late game, they have an absurd Monkey King.
Yeah.
We are one step closer to that.
Yep. We definitely are, and you really cannot underestimate that. Again, we have seen Monkey Kings take over in the late game stage. That's for sure. He's kind of an interesting hero in that. Like, early game, he could take over. Mid-game, maybe starts to die off a little bit. But then late game, once he just gets heavily farmed, he will just really tear through you. So
Monkey King, also known as every single player that's ever played Han's Nightmare.
yeah,
That's
just known as he's one of those TMM heroes.
Crusher of Souls.
Yeah.
Has a lot of aliases, actually. That's...
We still stand with these stats, man. That's really interesting. Only 1 kill still for Lions. Only 5 for Stay Green. I mean, obviously
Look
this
who
has
has
been
it.
a very slow game. What's up? Oh,
Look who
Monkey
has
King has the kill.
Of course he does.
Ooh, top lane. There's a barrier idol on Ophelia too, by the way.
Or porting behind them.
Oh, is she? Yes, she is. Monkey King going in. The Sugar Knight going to be used right there. They're trying to catch Torturer. In the meantime, he's going to go for a rally, it looks like. N4 being absolutely locked down. Barrier Idol going off right there. Not the best of initiations from Lion Esports Club. And they're going to put on the Tavis all the way down in the back end. Oh, Lion Esports Club completely falling apart right there. Stay Green capitalizes, and a 3-for-0 exchange. This will also easily give them the tower kill. I don't know. I mean, Lions seemed a little bit undecisive of what exactly they wanted to accomplish there.
Yeah, maybe they're just hoping to catch him out of position, get a good jump. Bubbles didn't use his ultimate, Master Arms didn't use his ultimate. They sort of only half went in, didn't get the angle they wanted. They wanted to try to make a big play because, yeah, they knew they were down. They figured they were going to lose the team fight. They're like, hey, maybe we can catch them off guard here. Yeah. They were trying for it. It didn't pan out.
Big risk.
Yeah, So yeah, it was bad, but the concept of what they were trying to do was good.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to try to catch him flat-footed there.
Sure.
Just it didn't pan out. Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned, look at the cooldowns. Nothing was used other than an MTP.
Well, that's because they didn't find the angle, though. As soon as they went in, they were like, okay, they're actually not where we wanted them to stand. We're not able to get the jump on the right heroes that we need right now, and this has failed. So instead of having everyone die here, we're just going to... I do agree that you do need to go all in, but it was pretty evident right there from the start that a kelp field or anything like a Master Ulti wasn't going to change the pace of that fight. They didn't find the win that they needed, and all of a sudden it collapsed on them. So once again, I do like that they tried to be sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you got to at least, especially when you are behind. But, I mean, even at that point, though, again, we're just sitting here saying how if they can hold it off, then...
I know it was a potential high risk, potential reward to like really snowball into the game. We did say if they could hold it off that there's potential for the absurd Monkey King, but in the end we did also say that we're giving the advantage in these fights to Stay Green.
A couple of things from that fight. I mean, Monkey King did end up buying back, by the way. They were starting to push into the base, and he bought back, and Stay Green just figured, you know, they came out on top of that fight already. No point to go any further. Look at Sealkid right there. We see this from time to time with N4. So he uses the N4 ultimate actually go right in the Kongor pit. He puts the Ward of Sight down in the pit, and then he TPs out. So just being sneaky right there when it comes to his ward placements.
The thing I like most about watching Lions and Stay Green, honestly, is that I don't really get the vibe of there being any selfish players on either team.
Yeah.
You're not going to see players go flashy item pickups that are more focused on themselves rather than the team fight. You'll see them go the item builds they need to win the game, even if it's not what they normally like going. They do whatever it takes. Their team has a vision, and they do whatever it takes to accomplish that. I look at some other teams sometimes, and it feels like you have 5 people playing a TMM together, and there's no focus. There's people going silly. It's frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I see these teams win or lose, they're a family.
Oh yeah,
and it shows.
And that is good to see because again, you know, Q Squad obviously has gone through that recently too. And Nova, you know, you talked about that Facebook post that he made that kind of put it well. You're gonna have your ups and downs in the end. Most teams at least, and it's just about persevering through that. You know, ultimately knowing that it is a game, having fun with it, and sticking together though. That consistency factor definitely a big deal. All right, here we go though into the base. The tower's gonna fall right there. Monkey King has 2,200 gold. He actually bought his first Arcana there, so. Going to be making use of that here in the near future. Is there a level 3 Showbreaker yet? It is level 3 now on Master of Arms. So
for sure.
I was going to say, he's pulling up quite a bit of gold with level 2, but he finished that. He has another 2,200 gold saved up, actually. So,
Monkey King getting close to his Spell Shards 3. I'm kidding.
Spell Shards, yeah.
Getting close to his Hellflower.
Only you.
No.
But yeah, Hellflower, that's we mentioned that last game, and as always, man, I mean, that is a very impactful item as they teleport right on top of Ward of Sight right there. That's funny. They were trying to catch maybe somebody in the jungle, but
to no
not
avail.
gonna happen. N4 is still level 9 with that said, so and it's still only able to take 1 hero with her. That's kind of unfortunate too. Would like to be able to take more. Look at Bubbles. Grubson has most certainly recovered. I mean, criticizing him earlier for his lack of levels and no portal key yet, but now he has a PK and the tablet at command. He's level 12.
And I personally wasn't even criticizing him. I thought he was in a pretty hard lane situation.
Oh, well, yeah,
it's
more
just,
so.
Yeah, it's
pointing out
suck.
his bad times.
For sure.
All right, so again, though, even this top lane, despite what happened, sure, the golden experience lead have grown a little bit here for State Green. You still have that same case for Lion Esports Club. Pending they don't have a very high-risky situation that they kind of take right there and completely fails again, they honestly still have a chance here. Now, this will definitely make things more difficult if this ultimately happens, if Conqueror ends up falling here. Now, the water set that was in the pit, as I mentioned earlier from before, it did get counted, it looks like. The Bound Eye and Luna able to spot that. So it does give them the advantage there. Bottom lane, Bubble's going to portal key away, as State Green was trying to maybe catch them. So stalling them from Conqueror at least a little bit here. Will they actually go back into it? Doesn't look okay. They kind of are.
Maybe. I feel like their chance is contingent upon maybe Pebbles and is there another portal key Tempest jumping in together at the same time. Both of them having a seizure, not casting any of their spells, dying without buyback outside their base, and then getting pushed in. I feel like that's what their chance is right now. That's what we're waiting for, maybe. That's Lion's window.
Well, especially with this now, that's not going to make things easier. I mean, obviously the way the last token was used was pretty silly in the end, and that definitely helped Lion Esports Club, but you got to figure something like that may not be happening again, so even that much tougher now. The golden experience lead still looking very solid here for State Green. Master of Arms pulling up a lot of gold, man. 3,800 gold pulled up on him. You got the third Arcana actually can be purchased as well by Monkey King, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he has the.
It's only
75.
Yeah, I'm like,
he definitely has a lot of gold.
Obviously, buybacks in this situation are important. So
yeah, we'll see what he actually winds up doing, but that. I kind of feel like I'd like to see them close out the game sooner than later now that they have the token. Granted, they could probably wait for the sheep stick on Torture.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
what is he? Yeah, pretty, oh, wow, yeah, he's
major
very
pickup.
close.
Yeah,
in fact,
exactly.
A couple more creep kills and he'll have it.
Yep, and from there on out, I would say, yeah, then you can just go for the bush. There's nothing really else to wait for. Maybe you can wait for buyback on a couple of heroes and make that be your window. Otherwise, this is when they're looking to close out the game. They don't want to wait for another whole token recycle or anything. This is they know that Monkey King can scale very well. Master of Arms doing well in his own right. Why let them grow?
Again, the Master of Arms still pulling up all that gold, man. Interested to see what he goes for. He's going to try to go on Pebbles right here. Charge shot coming out. Has an M4 with him. Do they have enough damage is the question. It doesn't look like it. He's going to Shrunken Head right there, and he also just finished his Demonic Breastplate recently. So not nearly enough, but some decent pressure put out at least and keeping him occupied. Monkey King at the bottom lane. He'll clean up this creep wave here before he gets caught, hopefully. I mean, Super KG doesn't need to be... There is nearby.
Yeah, he's rolling out, it looks like.
Okay. So
what if he surprises us and then does the Harkin spell shards?
Yeah, just go something completely random like that.
To amplify the damage of his Harkins, he picks up the spell shards and then... Or I don't even know. Yeah, it probably would work fine.
No. It's going to be hellfire. Slayer picked up on Master of Arms, and he has 2,400 gold saved up on top of that. So this Savage Mace is most certainly coming up quickly here for him. Yeah. And if he can pick that up at least before the next fight.
That's huge. That is a huge pickup. For sure.
So we'll see. We'll see if that comes into play. But you were mentioning, I mean, State Green, it's a case for them of definitely making the best use of this token of life here, because it is at a point of this is the time for them to win, if any, for State Green.
Yep.
Will they be able to accomplish that, though?
They know that. They know that. And here they are. They're knocking on the door.
Oh,
actually, they're pounding on the door, trying to break it down. They're not using the doorbell here.
They're being rude.
Being polite, yeah. They're just going all out.
Okay, so the last one, Monkey King does port back. Here we go. Hellflower's finished on him. Rally going to be in the front lines. Remember, Torture does have that token of life. Goo's going to be put down. Rally taking decent damage right here. Eventually, we'll fall back. Monkey King jumping in, though. Hellflower on a Torture right there. They're going for the burst. No, not nearly enough. Torture will be fine. Ooh, so the Hellflower going to be on cooldown now. Pebbles going to respond. Here goes Torture with that new portal key. Sheepstick going to be the monkey. Big damage ultimate as well. Master Arms being pulled in. No cooldown's being used. Affiliate stretch going to be used. Team of the Master's call not in time. He falls. He buys back immediately though. And going to come right back into this team fight. Will Stay Green realize it in time? They are going to start falling back somewhat. And vulnerability coming out right there. Monkey King's going to have to stay there. Pebbles chucks in for it. And 4 will fall. In the background, Torture going to the Master of Farms. Torture has that token again. He's not worried too much. Going to be teleported backwards. Stay Green. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Seismic. Oh, Seismic Slam going to be canceled right there. Ophelia, though, in a lot of trouble. Deep of the Master's call onto her, just kiting around the towers right here, hoping to stay alive long enough. Look at that kite right here from Handskin. One more auto attack. Yes, she will end up falling. Stay Green diving big time right here. Pebbles is going to end up falling, it looks like. Oh, yes, he is. But in the meantime, at the top lane, you see the damage definitely done here by Stay Green as they clean up both the melee and the ranged racks. So
yeah, seemingly effortlessly. They got the token still here on Torture as well, so they're just going to shape right back up as soon as they're alive. 120 seconds here. It's 2 minutes. They can have 40 seconds left when they're pushing on the base if they want Chessie's Elemental Void to be up. Outside of that, Portal Key now picked up by Rally. We did see Pebbles and Tempest jump in at the same time. Unfortunately, they did cast their spells that fight. So yeah.
Yep, Tempest had a big ultimate right there that couldn't be stopped, and obviously a big impact on that fight right there as expected, and now he has a shrunken head.
Now he's
so nearly very
taken off.
So Master of Arms, you got Master of Arms, Monkey King, and Bubbles roaming around right here. They're trying to find anyone here to maybe get a pick off. And Nymph4 is going to TP in as well. Look at this, Lion Esports Club. They know ultimates are down. In fact, Tempest is going to be caught out right here. Will it be enough burst? Yes, it will in the end. So just like that, he doesn't have a buyback. Again, he didn't have that Elemental Void, but nonetheless, he is dead. Pebbles.
He just picked up a Shrunken Head. I mean, he had plenty of gold for buyback before.
Yeah.
Now it's a 5v4. They don't have Kelp Field up, but it's okay.
They want those melee racks.
If they can get them, that'd be pretty
they need to get back
ginormous.
The ranged racks.
Okay, here's the thing. They have to get back, but when is there going to be a better window?
True.
Maybe they're fake backing.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They're going back in right here. Monkey King jumping in right here. Gonna go into Pebbles in the meantime. Where's the follow-up? The Hellflower's applied. Pebbles gonna be talented for it though. Rally jumps in with the compel. Seismic Slam attempt not gonna go up. Pebbles jumps back in though, and down goes Bubbles just like that. The Shrunken Head's going off all over the place. Master of Arms trying to hold his ground, but realizing he needs to fall back. Ophelia's gonna be Sheepstick right there in the meantime. Master of Arms will follow. Ophelia goes down, and I believe Stay Green is gonna secure their victory here in game number 2. GG well played is being called. I mean, you said it at the end. Really, it was a case of where you're going to have much better of a time if you're Lions to have that window. They win for it. Risky, sure. Fun to watch. Didn't work out in the end, though.
Yeah.
Well, end the game with 3 hero kills. I mean,
that's a lot. That is plenty. Well, we talked. They had the defensive capacities without the offense to sort of work with it. It's not like they were able to pick a hero off and they had all these heals as they tried to return onto the Pebbles or Deadwood that jumped in and picked one off. So we saw all the burst damage going on SG's side. The rally to counteract the minimal burst that they had to offer, sort of here from the Legion. That tablet, you can push anyone in any direction you want, even if they're facing towards the enemy team. Push them right on back and out of there, and it doesn't matter. So they didn't have the tools they needed. They needed a more cohesive lineup.
Yeah, Stay Green very strong throughout the whole game. I mean, definitely some moments there.